Are we in the house? Yeah, we in the house, baby. Good morning, millionaire. I hope everybody's feeling good. My name's Zeke Ali. We're gonna get this party started in a couple seconds. But if you've never been here before and you're an entrepreneur, I just want you to know you're in the right place. Our whole thing is finding that hustler in you, finding that servant leader inside you. We think service is the rent you pay to live here on planet Earth. And if you help enough people get what they want, ain't no way you ain't gonna get what you need. You know what I'm saying? That's the way this universe works. And so every morning, what we do is we gather right here and make sure that we give you the mindset, the skill set, and the heart set that you need to go further, faster, with less effort. So that mindset part is about acknowledging your gifts, being aware of your gifts. You know, that's the mindset part at its essence. The skill set part is when you begin to nourish those gifts. And then, of course, the heart set part is where you cherish those gifts. And we think they all work together. And so every morning here on Good Morning Millionaire, we kick it with you. We give you a little bit of game that I wish I had a little bit earlier in my life. Right now, it's time to rep your city. You know, what kind of business do you have? How does it help people? You know, me, myself, we have a fintech company. And our whole idea is lowering the barrier to entry so we can close the wealth gap by closing the ownership gap. What about you? What kind of business do you have? Shout yourself out. Let them know. I see we got the LinkedIn crew checking in. Okay. We got the Facebook crew checking in. I love it. I love it. YouTube gang is in the house. If you're watching a replay, give me a replay, gang. I'm about to call in on this live line right now. What's up, Hadassah? Yeah. My man Alan is in the house. What up? What up? D Money. D Money is up in here. What's up, Ken? I'm about to call on this live line. Let's get started. If I left you out, I still love you. Let's get going.
Something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you.
Please enter
That's a fact.
Thank you.
All right, let's get it.
Please announce yourself.
Hey, everybody.
All participants are muted. Entry and exit tones are off.
Hey, listen, man. Somebody type this in the comments and then give me a share. Your job is your number one investor. Your job is your number one investor. Your job is your number one investor. Around these parts, you could be forgiven for thinking we're anti-job, but we ain't. The reason I always tell everybody, like, nah, jobs is kind of cool. I know I've never had a job, but kids, don't try this at home. Your job is your number one investor. Can somebody give me that in the comments? Your job is your number one investor. You hear me, coach? Your job is your number one investor. Okay, sound healing. Okay, we got a health coach in the house. What's up, Naraya? Yeah. Good morning, Chanel. Your job is your number one investor, Miss Washington. Your job is your number one investor. Your job is your number one investor. It's a fact. Your job is your number one investor. Like, comment, share, subscribe, y'all. We're about to get this party started. I want you to understand that there are some ways, there's some specific things you can do that will help you become a brand, not just an employee. At the end of the day, genius is just pattern recognition. If you could figure out the patterns that speaker uses, then I'm sure you'd be able to duplicate their results. If you could figure out the pattern that creates the seasons and how the seasons affect when you can plant, you'd be able to start a whole city. You'd be able to start a whole state. Next thing you know, you can have a country because somebody recognized the patterns. Like, oh, the last time the stars looked like this, it started getting cold outside. You get what I mean? That guy was a leader. If he communicated the patterns that he saw, he was a leader. And his whole tribe could now follow him and survive. Meanwhile, some other idiot leader doesn't notice it's about to get cold and his family freezes to death. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm saying genius is pattern recognition. Intelligence is pattern recognition. And there are patterns you can follow. Check it out. When you're an employee, a lot of times you think you're expected to only do as you're told. You don't always see your knowledge as valuable. Listen to me. We know your job is your number one investor, but I want you to remember, you're still an investor yourself. You've just got to get rid of the employee mindset. The employee mindset is the one that don't challenge leadership. I remember in this book called What the Dog Saw by Malcolm Gladwell, he talks about why is it in the East these planes would crash at a much higher percentage when there was this fog in the air or there was some kind of, yeah, I get it. The fog creates weird conditions, but why did it crash so much more up? It's because in the Eastern culture, you don't question authority. So if the air traffic control tower is telling you fly straight and you're like, but this looks really crazy, you're scared to challenge the guy. That's employee mindset. Employee mindset doesn't challenge leadership. Employee mindset doesn't challenge the other team members so that it can enhance and create a new team dynamic or an innovative way to perform some process that already exists. Employee mindset just does what it's told. However, when you have an entrepreneur mindset, or what we're going to call today a branding mindset, on the other hand, you think of these different assets you bring to the table as just what they are, as assets. Millionaires, you start to look at yourself and be like, yo, at the end of the day, I'm offering unique product. I'm offering unique service that this company can't get anywhere else in the entire world because I'm the only me that exists. Millionaires, now you got to get to work. It is your job to get out there and show you're unique, not just tell that you're unique. And there are 3 assets that everybody here got. I call them the 3 E's. You ready? It goes like this: education, experience, and expertise. Write those down, somebody. Education, experience, and expertise. Education, we talking about, the ability to use that high school diploma, use that college, use that professional certification. When you're talking about experience, where have you volunteered? Where have you interned? What is your work experience? And then when you're talking about expertise, where did you drill down and focus? Where are your focused areas of knowledge? What are the methodologies you're aware of that the rest of these chumps don't know about yet because they ain't put in that work you put in? You was mad when you had to put in that work, but now you did it, and now you got it under your belt. What are the tools and the technologies that you picked up? All this stuff counts. This can be the foundation of your personal brand, your education, your experience, and your expertise. Somebody type that out and give me a share now. Give me a share. I make you type this stuff out because the easiest way for you to learn something is for you to teach it. The reason I ask you to put feedback in the comments is not because I need it. It's because the easiest way for you to learn something is for you to teach it. I want you to congeal all this information I'm giving you into these salient points that you can just go out there and repeat to your family and friends. Each one begins to reach one and then teach one. And before you know it, that rising tide lifts every boat in the bay. Somebody type in the comments, education, experience, and expertise. So what are we saying about education? We're saying always include your earned diplomas when you're talking about your resume. Always include your college degrees, your professional certifications on your LinkedIn profile. If you can throw some of it in your Instagram bio, I ain't mad at you. But if you want job boards and all of that, all of this stuff helps to create your brand. And then you have your experience where you list and describe all the different volunteer experience you have, all the different work experience you have. You're going back 10, 15 years on your resume, some of you. I mean, you got to use that, baby. And then the third one is expertise. Be descriptive. Tell these people how you were able to apply your education with your experience on a daily basis as you knock out these projects that would be complex to somebody else, but to you can handle it because of this one time at band camp when you said, you know what I mean? So what I'm saying to you is that education, that experience, that expertise, that'll change everything for you. And then the next step is to let go of that employee mindset. Some of y'all sit in meetings the whole time and it's like you're trying to blend in with the wall paint. No, you're going to write emails. You're going to answer questions in the meetings, right? Because you know these are key opportunities for the people in power to kind of recognize your leadership, to recognize your expertise, to recognize your personality and how you're always a breath of fresh air and somebody who boosts the energy in a room rather than drains it. When you choose to rise above mediocrity every day, millionaires, people are going to start to become a fan of you. They're going to start to root for that underdog in you. Once they realize you're an underdog, once they realize what you're fighting against, once they realize how you're going against all odds, how can we root for you being an underdog? We all love an underdog, but how can we root for you if we don't even know your story? Check it out. A lot of employees find a way to do only what's asked of them. But if you're going to be a personal brand, if you're going to have an entrepreneur mindset, you got to use what I gave you 2 days ago. Y'all remember? I was like, I got this from Think and Grow Rich. The person who does more than they're paid for always and eventually gets paid for more than they do. That might be worth writing down, y'all. The person who does more than they're paid for always ends up getting paid for more than they do. So here are 4 ways to let go of that employee mindset. Here's the first one. Stop undervaluing the tasks that you do every day. Let that marinate. Everything you do is important. I think I talked a couple of days ago about this story about the dishwasher and how, somebody will be just putting dishes in the dishwasher. I got this from our we have a systems consultant that's coming in for our firm and just helping us organize and get everything together. And she told a heck of a story about how it might be, yeah, you caught that, right, Hadassah? There might be a dishwasher. Now the dishwasher is out sick, right? This is how you know everything is everything, y'all. The dishwasher was out sick. But the dishwasher knew how to put 60 dishes in the dishwasher every time the dishwasher ran. But this new person who's coming and trying to cover for the dishwasher only knows how to put 40 dishes in there, 48 dishes. That's 12 dishes that don't get put in there until the next run. Now those 12 are piled in with the next 12 that won't fit on the next run. Now half the restaurant can't get dishes. Now the waiters and the waitresses aren't getting tipped correctly. Now the restaurant doesn't get return business because people had to wait so long for their food. And then your employees are quitting because they can't make tips. Now your restaurant's out of business. And that was because of a dishwasher. What am I saying? I'm saying you're the dishwasher. Your tasks are important. What you do could shut down this whole operation or help it all rise to higher heights. But what you got to do is stop undervaluing what you're doing. Am I making sense, y'all? Here's the second one. Value your relationships with the internal stockholders, the internal stakeholders. Who is that? Your coworkers, right? Who is that? The management. And then you have external stockholders. Who is that? Your customers, the clients you meet with regularly. Value your relationships with them. This is how you start letting go of your employee mindset. It ain't somebody else's job to create a relationship with this client that you know is boosting his job's bottom line. Here's the third one. Start finding new ways to speak up in meetings. Find new ways to speak and present ideas, present solutions. Find a way to speak up. Here's the fourth one. Go out of your way to attend all meetings, all workplace parties, all functions where you can rub shoulders with people and shake hands and kiss babies. Because millionaires, you're not an employee anymore. Now you're a walking, talking brand. And this brand has to match your goals and your dreams and your desires. So here's how you embrace the opposite of that employee mindset. And you start embracing the entrepreneur mindset, or what we're calling today, the branding mindset. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you join the newsletter. Because if you go to millionaireminded.com and put your information in a box, every Friday at 3:30 p.m., you're going to get the most incredible newsletter on mindset, skill set, and heart set that you've ever read. It's so good. You're going to want to share it with your family. You're going to want to share it with your friends. You're going to want to share it with other entrepreneurs you know, and you're getting it for free. So make sure you go to millionaireminded.com. But this is the kind of stuff we talk about in there. Here are 3 ways to create more of a branding mindset. Number 1, big or small, realize everything you do at work is an asset. Everything you do at work is an asset. It becomes another little employee that's out there representing you and singing your praises because it was so quality. And that's what you want to make sure you're doing. Always deliver quality products. Always deliver quality customer service. Always deliver quality information. Big or small, everything you do can be an asset. Here's the second one. Display great communication skills. I'm talking about in meetings. I'm talking about in conference calls. I'm talking about phone calls. I'm talking about Zoom calls. I'm talking about emails. I'm saying everybody you come in contact with, display great communication skills. And you know, that's why we covered that yesterday. This weekend's Kaizen Academy is going to be all about how to become a better trainer. We call it Train the Trainer. And it's going to be an incredible class this weekend, but you've got to work on your communication. And then the third one is, and this is important, y'all, if you can't track it, don't hack it. What am I saying? I'm saying write down your weekly accomplishments. Keep track of your own performance metrics. Don't just wait on your review, because I'm going to tell you who's guaranteed to get the raise. The one that sits in that performance, take it from a boss. Take it from somebody who's been an employer his whole life. Like I had workers before I was a teenager. Like a bunch of my friends were just now writing me text messages from college, just exchanging stories about how I had them working doing this or working doing that, et cetera, and so forth. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you is, I guarantee you how you're going to get a raise is when you walk into that performance review and you critique their critique. Like, yeah, I like that, but it seems like what we're leaving out is how and then also you hear what I'm saying to you? Check it out. You add value in everything you do, millionaire, and everybody you come in contact with, even if you don't always feel like doing it. The best way to present your personal brand is to always go above and beyond. Write this in the comments. It's never crowded along the extra mile. It's never crowded along the extra mile. I dare you write that out. It's never crowded along the extra mile. Millionaires, if you will just go the extra mile, if you'll just go the extra mile, as you build that personal brand, remember, authenticity is your asset. This means you want to align with organizations that embrace your personality, that embrace your expertise. But how can they embrace how can they embrace something they ain't aware of? How can they embrace something they ain't aware of? Millionaires. I tell this story sometimes. I don't have time to tell it today. I'll tell you tomorrow, because we're going to talk more about communication tomorrow anyway. But I do, yeah, it's never crowded along the extra mile. Appreciate that. It's never crowded along the extra mile. It's never crowded along the extra mile. It's never crowded along the extra mile. Yeah, it's lonely there. Let me tell you something. It don't take a lot to be extraordinary, y'all. It don't take a lot to be extraordinary, y'all. Just go the extra mile. All right, so here go 10 ways that you can go the extra mile, and you can be a brand and not just an employee. Here's the first one. Work on challenging work-related projects. Now, whichever one of these stick out to you, I want you to type them in the comments and give a share. That way, this time next year, Facebook will remind you what you thought was important to you then. So I dare you. You don't have to type out all of these. I'm going to run through them kind of rapid fire because we out of time. But check it out. Write down your favorite. Here's the first one. Work on challenging work-related projects. Right? That's going the extra mile. Here's the second one. Enroll in training that's related to your job or your career goals. That's number two. Type that one down if it hits you hard and give me a share. Here's number 3. Earn more professional certifications. Enough said, right? You know, in Kaizen Academy, we're about to start giving out certifications. We're about to start giving sort of like certificates, diplomas, if you will. But check it out. We aren't the only academy out there. You might think somebody better than Haziq, even though Haziq helped this company hit the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in America 2 years in a row, baby. And let's be real, really 3 years in a row, because they talking about 2021 in this latest award we got. Here's a fourth one. Read one industry-related book a month. That's number 4. Read one industry-related book per month. Here's number 5. Read one career-related blog or article every single day. That's number 5. Here's number 6. Watch 1 or 2 short industry-related videos on YouTube or Udemy or Kaizen Academy or Khan Academy or Cardone University, right? Do something, man. Do something. Here's number 7. Listen to industry-related podcasts. I know it looks like I'm gangbanging or something. No, it's number 7. Here's number 8. Volunteer to work on kind of like projects and collaboration opportunities with other departments. See if you can cross boundaries and instead of competition, create collaboration, right? Here's number 9. Attend free professional conferences, right? Attend free virtual workshops and what have you, and webinars and seminars. And check this out. Attend paid workshops and seminars and webinars. Come back and tell the management that you went and paid for this out your own money. Maybe they'll mess around and reimburse you. Or maybe you do a vice versa and say, hey, there's this thing coming up. I wanted to attend. Is there any way I can go to that? Since I would be able to help the company more after I learn blank, blank, and blank. Gotta be smart. And then here's number 10, y'all. This is the 10th one I got for you. Connect with experts. Connect with experts, y'all. Experts within your organization, experts outside your organization. Pick their brains. I said it before, I'll say it again. It would shock and amaze you if you knew how few people are around excellence and never offer to take that excellence to lunch. They never offer to buy that excellence breakfast. They never say, hey, can we meet up before we go into work next Thursday? So I can kind of like share with you some ways that I figured I could help you, when really what you want to do is pick their brain. But as you know, I teach it all the time. The 5 words that get you help from anybody on planet Earth is, how can I help you? Right? That's how I get help from you, when I come to you and say, how can I help you? But Zeke, I thought you said it's how you get help. Yeah, you get it by giving it. Am I making sense, y'all? All right, we out of here. It's affirmation time. Which one was your favorite? Which one was your favorite? Let me see it in the comments. What did we leave out? Let me see it in the comments. It's affirmation time. Call in right now, y'all. Call in right now. Repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. I am so happy and grateful that money comes to me easily and frequently and in all kinds of ways. I am so happy and grateful that my mind visualizes my goals as already done. I am so happy and grateful that I love myself. I love my life. I am now becoming the best example of all my best advice. I am so happy and grateful that I am enough. I am enough. Y'all know this. I am enough. Say it with us. I love myself. I love my life. I am now becoming the best example of all my best advice. I deserve to be rich because I consistently add value